Hello there everyone, Prairie Scooter here. And I'm making this video now, just a general state of the channel, address of the channel video. I felt it was time that I had a video where I just talk with you guys about stuff, had a more real talk kind of deal going on with you guys rather than just mentioning what's going on with me in random videos. So this one's going to be more of a serious-ish video. It's still talking about the channel and what I like to do with it and things that are going on with it, but it's going to be more goal-oriented speaking with you rather than just flittering about a video game. Speaking of the video game, you guys have one on screen right now that you can watch. I don't have that luxury at all while I'm doing this. I'm literally looking at some notes I have here so I can make sure I stay on track while I make this video. So, well, before we get too much further into this, I just want to make sure you guys know what will be covered. So, if there's certain things you don't want to listen in on, you at least have the game to watch while I go over it. And I'll put something up in the corner that says, you know, what I'm talking about in case you want to, like, tune me out and just watch the game or something like that. Your call. But what we're going to go over is basically the mission of the channel, or what I want to do with the channel. Future projects that are coming up and things related to that somewhat. Some things about me streaming, and then towards the end I'll talk more about some real life things that are going on. If you want to go ahead and tune out towards the end of this video and just kind of go away, I won't have any issue with that at all. Also, if you don't want to watch this video because you don't really want to deal with more real life-ish things or more ideas of what I have kind of videos, perfectly fine. Not going to force you to watch this video. This is more or less just for those who are curious that what I like to do, and those that are new to the channel that kind of get an idea of what I do on here. So, first off, to the new subscribers, I just want to kind of go over you know, the structure of the channel. As you most doubtly can tell by this point, it's primarily a Let's Play channel. I do have initial reactions to games videos or somewhat review videos that happen on Saturdays, but mostly what you'll find here is Let's Play videos. Once a day, every day, twice a day on Fridays. Occasionally I may do like a actual webcam video every now and again if I have something that is just like a quick short news thing I want to put out and all that jazz. But primarily you'll see just me talking over video games, the whole Let's Play shtick. You know Let's Play. If you know me, you know what Let's Play is, and you probably have seen 500 other people who do it as well. So, now that we get that out of the way, I do want to start off this point of the mission statement for the channel, first off being that I aim to just have fun with this. My first goal is to have fun with this channel, playing games with you guys watching. That is the very first thing I want to do with this channel. Anything else that comes with that is a happy surprise in my book. Which, that kind of links to my next topic conversation of eventually getting to a point where I can not only have fun with this, but I can also turn this into a profitable job of sorts. Now, I know there's other people, I know pretty much everybody else on the internet that does this thing. It's pretty much, that's their only goal, is to make this a job. So, I'm not saying anything new when I tell you that I would like to make this a job if possible. But I do want to reiterate, having fun comes first. So, that being said, this is why I don't do the usual thing that everybody else does on YouTube nowadays. At the end of the video saying, like, comment, subscribe, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, MySpace it, Facebook it, FaceSpace it, Grindr it. Yeah, you get the idea. I don't like to do that because I want to have fun with this first, and if it eventually turns into something more than that, awesome. If not, Well, I'll keep trying. Now, now then, I'm going to move into basically future projects that are coming up here. So, basically things that are going on, things that I've had planned, that I have plans for in the future, all that jazz. So, but thing that is the most, the thing that is the most immediately, the thing that needs the immediate attention right now is Fan Friday. Like I mentioned earlier, 2 videos a day on Friday. That's because I do a Fan Friday segment. Now, I do enjoy doing Fan Friday because there are a lot of games that you guys suggest that are really fun to play that I've never played before, and they're really awesome. Some games are kind of hit and miss, but hey, you take some good with the bad and whatever. But I do want to let you guys, I do want to make sure you guys are aware that even though I've got a few still have a few Fan Fridays lined up, some for me, some from you guys, I'm slowly running out of titles to make that a segment. So, and I guess I'm gonna spoil something for you guys, but the 100th episode of Fan Friday, I'm actually going to be make that a making of videos, or basically showing you what I go through when I make these videos for you guys, so you kind of get an idea of the processes and steps I take to get this out on YouTube, so you guys can see what's going on. And then there's like 3 or 4 possible Fan Friday titles after that video, but I've got nothing else beyond that, unfortunately. So if you guys do have some ideas, like I do have a large block of ideas I can pull from, thanks to one of my friends online. But you do know that if what I have for titles just kind of stops dead, I will eventually pull Fan Friday off and just make Friday a 1 video a day thing. It's nothing against you guys, and it's really not that much harder for me. It's just that it seems like the draw for Fan Friday has been kind of dwindling since about episode 70 or so. So I guess it's a series that will, unless a lot of attention is given towards it, may eventually taper off and die. Now, I'm not saying it won't completely go away. You know, if somebody makes a suggestion for Fan Friday after I've stopped, and it's just like, oh, here's a Fan Friday idea, it's like, well, I'll see about making a Fan Friday video. So Fan Fridays will taper off, and then there'll be just a random happenstance of, you know, hey, this week you get a Fan Friday on top of your regular Friday video. Isn't that awesome? So that's kind of the idea with that. And I really apologize to those of you that do like Fan Friday. It's a fun segment for me to do, and it always is great to do because I get to interact with you guys a lot. So just because I might give it a bit of an axing or kind of dwindling how many there are, doesn't mean I didn't enjoy the series, and it doesn't mean that I'm not thankful for the ideas you guys gave me. Moving along then. Now, as you guys know, and I've at least mentioned this on Twitter, so, but I guess this will be on here. As you guys know, I have a terrible habit of recording way far out in advance. Like, I think I've stopped myself now so I don't get too far ahead, but I think I was at recorded out for you guys, recorded, edited, put together, and uploaded on YouTube a month and a half out past like the day that I needed it. So, for example, say, you know, I have a video made today on the 14th or 15th, whenever you see this. You know, I had a video, you know, as of the 15th, I would have videos uploaded on YouTube, scheduled to upload up until like Halloween. So yeah, and with that being said, I do already also have my next project fully recorded and done, and I'm not going to spoil what that project is. I'm going to spoil it in two or 3 weeks when Pokemon Rumble Blast finishes up. But there's a reason why I did record that project already. The main reason is, and this is for something that I'm not sure how many of you do know. I am an article writer for Maryland.com. So even though I'm not around as often as I like to be to write up articles, I do write articles for the website, and as of I think Monday or Tuesday, I think I'm gonna be able to start editing some of the other portions of that website, like the X and Y walkthrough area primarily. So I have the next project recorded, so I can spend as much of my free time focusing on writing articles and or fixing up that area of the website. I may also start doing some writing for another website in the near future if the website goes through. That's all I'm really saying. I'm not going to tell you what the website's based off of, what else I'm doing for it other than writing. That's it. I'm just telling you that it's in the air that I could possibly be writing for 2 websites, but currently I'm only doing for 1. Outside of that, knowing that my next project is recorded, I have some other games that I have picked out that I do want to do for projects as the months go on here that I've actually been thinking about doing for a couple months. Just, it's really hard to remember sometimes. Oddly enough, a lot of them are going to be RPGs, but there are a few platformers here and there mixed in, so it's nothing different from what I normally do. But do know that that's kind of what to expect for main series projects in the next few months. Also know that I've actually been trying to get some more co-op projects going, because even though I haven't had too many or done a lot of cooperative stuff as of recent on the channel, do know that I've actually had ideas for cooperative stuff. Just there's issues with getting that instigated, so I can't really start off the projects. The big project that I want to do is actually Borderlands 2. And I want to do it with Lucky and Tomal at least, and there might be a 4th in there, but I'm not sure if we will have a 4th, and if we do, who it will be. But I do want to do Borderlands 2 at some point with Lucky and Tomal at the very least. The big issue with trying to get this to work is timing. I would love to have it like going now, but I gotta make sure, you know, Lucky's got himself squared away. I gotta make sure Tamal's got himself squared away. Basically trying to have 3 people work on the same schedule to make this happen. So know that for those of you that also do video stuff, you know how hard it is to have 3 people come together for one video. It's about 20 times as hard to do that for when you want to do an entire project together. So just keep that in mind. Now do know that even though I have that idea in mind, I do have a few race ideas that I have here. But a lot of them, I guess I would do with various other people. Maybe not Lucky and Tamal specifically, but with other people. I just guess I need to work with more people to find out who would be best to do this with. I'm kind of just putting all the chips on the counter here so you can see what all my ideas are. So do know that these are ideas I have, but I haven't been able to act out on them at all, and probably won't be able to for a while now. So keep it in the back of your mind. The very first idea I had for a race is actually calling it a classic Mario race. Kind of a shorter one. Basically, race through all 3 of the NES Super Mario games, and if enough attention is given towards it, we could probably increase the amount of games to include Super Mario World and Yoshi's Island. This idea kind of came up. I actually had this idea when I was watching Teal Game Master's Pokemon Generations race that he has on his channel. So it's basically the same idea, just Mario instead of Pokemon. take what you will there. Another one was actually another race idea, which is probably one of my more satanic race ideas I will probably have on this list, is to do a race of Donkey Kong Country 2, first person to 102%. I'll let you chew that one over while I bring up another race idea. While I bring up my other two race ideas. The other two race ideas I had are actually kind of an Inception kind of thing. A race within a race. Diddy Kong Racing and Mario Kart 64. Basically, it would be Diddy Kong Racing, first one to beat Space Whiz Pig. Or Mario Kart 64, first person to unlock Mirror Mode. So, those are a bunch of projects I've got stewing about. The main series projects kind of hiding in the background, but race project, co-op projects, it's all on the table there. You know exactly what I have planned there, so there's no fog of war going on with that. You know exactly what I'm thinking. Something I forgot to mention that I just realized while editing this together is that I did not mention that early November I'm going to make a transition from my current partnering company, Fullscreen, over to Curse, if possible. So the channel might undergo a few weird, shifty areas there. Things might be a little iffy on the channel when watching videos, but hopefully everything will return to status quo after a little while. So just be aware that that is going to happen. And I'm just kind of inserting this at a random point because I don't know where else it can fit in the video, to be honest with you. So the next thing I want to talk about is streaming. I do love streaming, and it is always a fun experience to do for you guys. But I don't know. With streaming, I have some issues that come up, and I do need some opinions from you guys. So if you're hearing me right now and not just watching the gameplay, listen up, because I do want to hear what you say in the comments below. So your voice matters here. First off, I do want to ask if I should stream more. And I can probably stream more, but there's a few issues that will come with that, so just hear me out through this whole thing before you type your comment. But this part you can answer right away. If I do stream more, what should I stream? I never... Because my... Well... I'll try, I can't word this right, so I can try to explain this. I guess this kind of ties into my main issue that I have with streaming, not anything that you have, is because of my job, working 40 hours a week and not the same days each week. I don't know if I could do for example, like you streaming Skyward Sword right now. I don't know if I could sit down and play through one of the Legend of Zelda games with you guys on a constant basis, because I can't do same night every week streaming. I could, but the stream times become wildly different every week. Some weeks it would be 6 p.m. Some weeks it would be 12 a.m. I'm talking about Central Standard Time, I should say. So, and that's the issue. Even if I don't do a story-driven game, if I just play random game, if I sit here and play Team Fortress 2, for example, or if I play random arcade score attack games that don't have any story at all for you guys while we hang out in a stream, when I can start will be drastically different each and every week. So it may only benefit a small group of people one week. And it may actually appeal to a lot more people during other weeks, because I'll actually be available. But then there's also the dilemma of I just get home from work. Some weeks I would just get home from work. I would need to take some time to actually eat something after work so I can actually function. But even after that, after work, I sometimes have no energy whatsoever. Like, my body just goes, no, watch videos, play video games for myself. Don't know what that voice is. remind me to do that in the future. So those are the main issues that would be with streaming. So I guess now would be a good time to stay in the comics. If I do stream, what days would work best for all of you if you want to see me stream more? And what should I stream? And also let me know if you're okay with the fact that if I stream on the same day every week, if I stream more, if I start much later some nights than others. So that's all on the table there. Now, I mentioned my job a lot, and I guess this is going to bleed into the more real-life portion of this video. So if you don't care much about real-life stuff, if you don't care at all, you're free to leave the video at this point. You don't have to watch anymore if you care not for real-life drama. Those of you still with me, thanks for sticking around. I'll make this as short, as sweet, and possible. There's not a lot I need to talk about, but I do want to get some things off my chest that I've been struggling with, so you guys can kind of understand why I sometimes don't stream, or why when I do record, I have to record it all in just one big batch. So bear with me. So for those of you that aren't aware, I work at a gas station. I work at a gas station, busting my butt for minimum wage. And do you know that with this job, there's just a lot of... with this job, it's a lot of give and no take from it. The job is pretty much like taking all of my... a lot of my joy, I guess. A lot of my happiness. I'm kind of miserable when I go in there and when I leave at the end of the night. And I also catch some flack from the manager there. Not for a lot of things, not a lot of things that I don't think they are doing intentionally, but a lot of times, things happen. For example, I do something on a nightly chore sheet. I see it on the chore sheet again with an added note, please do this well. Basically as a stab in my side of, oh hey, you didn't do the job as well as I wanted you to. So that kind of stuff just drains me a lot. So I get really depressed really quick from that kind of thing. Also, customers are kind of dicks. Enough said. Like, I want to make sure you get aware that if you're one of the people that when you go to a convenience store or a place of business where you know the people there are working just to make their way through, and you do treat them with decency, thank you very much. We all appreciate you for actually being a decent human being. But a lot of people aren't decent human beings. A lot of people view the people who work behind the counters at those places as indentured servitude. I'm going to do what I want, when I want, and you are going to suck it up. And this is a customer. This is a general customer. The ones that also make me hate the job even more. Also, going through a little bit of drama with the family. It's nothing I'm going to go into because this is a family matter and I'm going to work it out on my own. But just also know that this could influence some possible future things. And I'll make an update video if it does actually impact anything in my life. Wow, I just yapped your ear off for 24 minutes. I don't know how I keep doing that, but I talked for 24 minutes straight, and now you've got this. Anyway, thank you all for watching, especially those of you that stuck all the way until the end of the video. I greatly appreciate it. If you have any questions for me, do ask them in the comments down below, and I'll answer them as quick as I can. Do know there are certain questions I plain won't answer. So if I don't answer your question, I guess within 24 hours of you asking it, there's a good chance I'm not going to answer it. These kind of videos are always really touchy with what you can and can't answer, so I do apologize if I am a bit of a jerk to you if I don't answer your question if you ask one. Hopefully I should be able to answer any and all questions you guys have about anything you've heard me blabber on about here today. But everyone, that's my time for this state of the channel address thingy. Thank you all. Thank you all again so much for sticking through it. And I shall see you in the next video, whichever one that may be. Take care, everyone.
Yeah.